Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Elm Creek. And we will come over this way. So we want to rent a train, and then we want to be able to send our goods off to Goldcrest Valley, 1188, which is the best price that we're going to get. And, I mean, if we take a look at the price fluctuations, if we were to hold this until January, we would get a lot more money, but I want some cash right now. It's not going to be a lot, admittedly. We're not going to get a lot. We're only going to get like 3,000 or 4,000 for this. 3,000 or something, close to 4, I think. So, yeah. All you got to do is press R. You rent the train. Now, it's $1,000 an hour. So, I suggest what you do. See the time scale up there? You can now go to 0.5 time scale. You can go all the way. There's a whole load of them. It goes up to 120 again. There's just more options. But you can slow it down to 0.5. And for purposes of renting the train, I'm slowing it down to 0.5. Train's going to arrive soon. 2.6 kilometers. Let's have a look and see if we can see the train. There's our tractor. He's herring along the road over there. There's no train here. Huh. Do I need to... Oh, now he's traveling. He's on his way now. See, it was 2.1. Now it's 1.9. Let's just speed up a bit. Makes no difference. Doesn't seem to speed up the speed that train is traveling. So I'll let him go and do that. He can carry right on. And we will take a quick look. And actually, let's go over here. So I need to wait for that train to turn up. Now, what I don't know is if we will get a notification to say if the train is ready. So that's one of the reasons that I want to step away from that one just for a minute. It was on like 1.8 kilometers or something. I can't even remember what it was now. We will wait just a minute and see if we get a new notification to say that the train is arrived or not. So, I mean, we can go and finish doing this bit right here. There's our tractor and trailer just pulling in. See, it does kind of wiggle around a little bit when it's trying to pathfind. So it does behave a little bit strange at times, but I mean, I don't think it's too bad. Does seem to do all right. He's going to go over there onto the field, and then he's just going to stop. AI Worker H has completed their task. So I'm not really interested in that bit. I want to know when the train turns up. I'm just going to stop the baler, and I'm going to eject the bales right there. Fold up the baler. And we'll pull this one off to the side. So we're going to need to do something to load up and sell our bales. Now, the other thing that I want to do, the train's arrived, but we didn't get a notification to say that it had arrived, which is a little bit disappointing. So you have got to keep an eye on that. You've got to make sure that you're aware that your train has... You basically got to keep an eye on it and figure that one out for yourself. Make sure that you're aware that it has arrived because of the cost factor involved with actually having the train. So obviously we don't want to be spending too much money on hiring this train. I'm going to stop right there, and then I'm going to press R. I've got 3,695 litres of wheat. There's 96 in there. And then I'm going to reverse this one up the track. I could go all the way to the other side. Doesn't matter which side of the map you go off. On the Ho-Baler-On map, the train takes a lot more of a winding route. It covers a lot more of the map. This one, it's literally just a straight line all the way across. Now drive to Goldcrest Valley and we'll return on the other side of the map. Do you want the train to sell the loaded goods in Goldcrest? Yes, I do. Vehicle leasing costs 63 euros. Dollars, rather. 4,392 in harvest income. Very nice. And then if we go here, return rented train. I didn't actually mean to rent a train there. I pressed R because I was trying to open a menu, but there isn't one to open. Okay, so it's also returned the train. You're no longer being charged for the train as soon as you've gone and sent your goods away. So we've got that bit done. Now what we want is a trailer in order to be able to load up and sell these bales. Now this trailer right here, if we go and have a look in the shop, I think that one does actually have an option to unload it. There was something... It's in the forestry equipment. One of the loading things previously in the forestry equipment had a bale option. This one doesn't have options on it. What about you? Wheel setup, wheel brand. No, there was one that you could have it so that you were loading bales or logs, but I guess that trailer they've done away with. And I didn't realise that that was an option until I've been playing FS19 for nearly 2 years, and then I realised actually that's an option on one of the base machines, but now apparently we don't have that as an option. So trailers, if we go into here, and it's this basic Welger trailer. We got 1 owned, 0 leased, and right there you can see 2.4 tons is the amount that it can carry. 5.6 is the overall weight. 2.4 is the amount that it can carry, or 8 cubic meters, 8,000 liters. So the 8,000 liters, that will be the one that you need to know about if you don't have the weight limit thing turned on. But we've got the weight limit, so it actually holds less, depending on the crop that you're carrying as well. The different crops do change things. So we've got this one, you got wheel brand, you got configuration at the top, right there. Bale, trailer, or standard. So we have the option to go and change that on our farm right here. But what I don't know is what we've got on our farm. I've got a building here which is, by the look of it, purely a decorative building. There doesn't seem to be anything I can do with that building. I've got a red barn over here, and again, this mostly seems to be decorative down the bottom. I can drive into the barn, but if you look on the map here, the barn is decorative. You don't get to sell your crops here. I've got a water tank there. Over here, I've got the storage, the grain storage, which is the... it's not that silo, actually. It's that silo over there. So this barn here, whilst it does look really nice, it is purely a decorative barn. I've got a bit down in underneath. Is there... and there's a map in here, which quite frankly looks very cool. And we got pictures. Pictures of different things. There's a plant growing. It seems to be one of these plants growing on all of the maps in various different places. Seem to have a supply of these growing all over the place. Special plants. And there's not a lot else down in here. So there's nothing particular to... Can't get out. Not a lot to see down there. And then if we go up here and we have a scurry around, doesn't seem to be a great deal of stuff down here. If we go all the way up to the top, again, not a great deal of things up there. I was wondering if maybe there was a toy in there. So if I go into... No, I don't want that one. I go into here. If you look in the garage, in the owned items, you don't have your items, you don't have the buildings in there. Whereas the buildings here, you do have them. So if I click on that one right there, that barn, the farm barn there, $50,000, I can sell that one. I can rename it as well. I can sell it if I want to. It's not actually doing us any good whatsoever. We're not using it. This one here is, again, it's mostly decorative. This one is more decorative. It's, you know, I could sell it, get rid of it, so that we've got rid of, like, the hole in the ground and that. But I'm going to keep it for now. Is this one down here? This is purely decoration, that one says. If we look through the sheds, down the bottom here, there isn't a new red barn or that red barn over there. There didn't seem to be any extras. See, none of them. That's for doing hay in there. Silo extensions is the same. Container, nothing. Tools in here. If I go to decoration over here, we've got fence, we've got others. Small ones. So once you sell these buildings, I don't think you can get them back. I think that's it then. You're done. Farmhouses is just the farmhouse. And depending on the map that you're on, will depend on whether or not you know, which building you get. Yep, from what I can see, we don't have any of these other options. So I don't want any of the others. This one here, though, is decoration, and it says 0. We don't get any benefit from that one at all. So I'm going to sell that one, yes. $0 as well, so we don't get anything back from it either. But the reason that I wanted to do that is because there is a tool that I'd like to get, and that is this workshop right here. I figured that that one was a good one to get. We don't currently have a workshop, so I'm going to want to do that. There isn't a grid snapping feature in this game, which I was surprised at, because the grid snapping was actually really useful in the last one. So you could have things all lined up if that's what you wanted to do, but now apparently we can't have grid snapping. But this one does fit here quite nicely. So we're going to put that one down there like that. And I'm going to come out, and then I'm going to go to landscaping, and I'm going to go to the smoothing option right here. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to see if there's anything that we actually want to smooth down. I can smooth a little bit in there. And notice with the smoothing function, the grass is staying where it is. It's not deleting the grass. It used to delete the grass, and this is something that I really like. See, it is smoothing it out really nicely, but it's keeping all plant and grass textures and everything in there anyway. And that, I think, is absolutely fantastic. I really love that it does that. So you can blend in anything with the surrounding area, and you can make it look quite natural. What you can't do is alter the height of the placeables when you're putting them in. So you've got to sort of be aware of that. You've got to do a little bit more of the landscaping work around it in order to set things up and get them right. But as always, if you're doing some work with your garage and everything, if you're doing like landscaping work, just make sure that you save often. That's the key to it here, is to save often. Now, let's move this one out of the way. We're going to want some more sheds. We're going to want some space in order to store our machinery. I'm not going to get rid of this red barn purely because it seems that we can't go and buy it back at any point again in the future. If you sell it, it's gone. You will never get it back. Little bit disappointed with that. I don't know why we don't have the engines automatically shutting off after a period of time, but they don't seem to like doing that. Now, the reason that I went and bought the garage is so that... Oh! Anyone who does anything with mods. Now, if you have a look right here, you cannot go and pick these stones up by hand, but if you go over them with the stone picker, this is maybe 1 or 2 litres worth of stones right there. This bigger patch here might be 5 or 6 litres, something like that. Okay? Anyone that does any work with mods, what I would really love to see is a bucket. Right? We have a bucket and maybe a cart or a wheelbarrow or something off to the side. I mean, you could do it with a trailer, I would get. Yeah, you probably do it with a trailer, so we have a small trailer. You hold the bucket in your hand and you go over to the stone. You click on the stone while you're holding it, while you're holding your bucket, and it puts the stones in the bucket. And you just go to each one. Now, I've done this in real life. I've done a lot of stone picking in fields by hand. So I think this would be a really cool mod, and it would be something that's a little bit different. Obviously, you'd want to do it. It would be small scale. This is not something you'd want to do in a huge field. But you just click up and you fill up your bucket, and say you can hold, say, 25 litres in your bucket. I know you wouldn't actually take a 25 litre bucket. You'd maybe have 5, possibly a 10 litre bucket. But yeah, just for gameplay purposes, say 25 litres. But I mean, do it with 10, whatever. And then once it's full, you bring it over and you can empty it into the trailer. Or you've got to empty it into a heap on the side of the field, which you've got to go and pick up later with the standard loader arm, that kind of thing. That's what I'd like to see. So anybody that makes mods, anybody that is looking for inspiration on a mod to make, or if you know mod makers who are looking for ideas, anything like that, I'll be an ideas guy for you. Go and make a bucket mod for picking up stones. I'd really like to see that. So yeah, that was just something that I was thinking of before when I started seeing these stones everywhere. But that would be a really, really cool. It's just a little tiny thing. It's nothing major. It's not a big thing. Well, I don't think it is. I don't know how difficult it would be to code such a mod. So it could be a huge thing that I'm asking. It really could. Okay, so I want to go into here. Now, I love this. You can select the item that is at the workshop, and you can do what you like with it. So I can repair that one for $5. If I go to customize in here, I want the bale trailer option on here now. So I'm going to customize that. It's free to customize. I should hope so, considering we just spent 45 grand on our workshop. And then I'm going to have this trailer attached here so that we can go and load up our straw. That's what I wanted to do here. So I want to load our straw. Now this is probably the one and only time I'm going to try and load this straw by hand. Don't know how well this is going to work. I've still got it on half speed, so I'm going to put the clock up to 15. Let's go to 30 times speed because we've got 2 days per month. At least I think we do. Let me just double check that I did actually have that set right. Yes, days per month too. You can send that all the way up to like 28 days per month if you really want to. So I'm going to put the bale in here. Can you, once you've got the item picked up, can you move them? Okay, that just throws it. If I... Oh, yes, you can. You press the middle mouse button and you can rotate the item that you're holding. So we can bring these along over here. Now, I've actually seen someone else's video. They were doing a bit of bale stacking. And the key to this is you basically, you put the bale on the trailer like this. So if I pick up the end of that one and then bring it over there like that. And I put it down. Maybe don't do it like that. The way that you stop that from happening is you go and do this, right? So if I get that bale there, and I bring it up to the front, because that's where I want to put it like that, and then I go up close to the bale like this. Doesn't matter which one I put on. It actually works better if you put both of them on. And I do... Press R. Fasten tension belt. Fasten the other tension belt as well. So I've got both tension belts fastened on there. So now I can go and take this bale, like this, and just let that one roll down there. And you see it doesn't interact with the tension belt. So I can force that one up there like that, and then I can let it go. And then you come over here like this, and I get close enough, and I press R again, and take the belt off, and I put the new one on, and now it's got both bales. Just do it like that, right? So then I can go and get the next bale, like this, and I can just drop that one up onto the trailer. So we can go and get a couple of bales. Now that I've got one bale fastened on the side, it should be a little bit easier to put these into position. Drop that one down there like that. Bring you over here, and I'll also put that one down. Right, so that bale can just move over a little bit, and then this one here we can go like that, and have this one there like that. And then I can go over here and I can basically just redo these straps a minute. Just put that one on there, and then I've got that one in place. Doesn't matter about, I'm going to leave that one right where it is. And then I want to pick this one up. So what I'm going to do with here is if I'm going to get right on top of it like that and pick it up so that I've got it on sideways, because I don't think it will fit the other way. Not really going to fit that way round either. It will just. So it will push it on there as tight as we can get it, like that. There. I think that's about as good as we can get that one. And then take that strap off and put it on there. Same on there. And now I've got a line of bales has been secured. And we've got them there. That's ready. And we can just keep going like this. And we can then load our bales up. And we can put on as many as we like, doing it in this fashion. Now, there's not actually that many bales in this field, and that does take a while. It's quite a satisfying process, though. I think this is, as long as you keep doing the whole strappy thing, it's quite a satisfying process to get everything kind of like lined up on it there. So like that bale there, I can just bring that one round and put it on here, and then that's out on the edge there. So you could try and stack your bales up however you wanted to. Does depend on how you think the bales should be lined up, maybe. So I could put that one in there, for example, and now I can put a bale in here. I can put another one up there, and those are secure. They're not going anywhere. Bring in another bale up here. Get that one ready. Right, just trying to move these around a little bit so that I can squeeze them up tight next to each other. There we go, like that. And then all I got to do is this strap here. And then I can do that one as well. This one's already on. Better if you can have two. There's the second one. Right, you get the idea. So this is what we want to do. I'm going to try and get a whole load of these bales loaded now. That's the bales just grouped up into two heaps right there. So if I grab my tractor a minute and I go up alongside the first one, really looking forward to seeing if anybody will produce a bale sled mod as well for the small baler, so that it will just leave the bale. It will group the bales in the field, ready to then go and pick up. Obviously, you can pick them up by hand like this. Some people will want to do very small-scale farming, in which case you'll want to be picking them up like this more than you would if you were doing large-scale farming. If you're doing large-scale farming, you still might want to use the small baler. You just might want to do it a little bit differently to this. So I'm going to now attempt to load all of these bales. But I'm not just going to sling them on the trailer. I am determined for these 21 bales to load them neat and tidy. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to just chuck them up here for a minute. And then I'm going to move them around up here once I've got them on the trailer. And just try and shuffle them about and make it look neat and tidy up here. The shadows look really weird as they're dancing across. But I've got most of these bales on. I've just got the last couple here now to put into place. So that one there, I've been doing these on the back on this bit, putting them in sideways. They seem to fit quite well like that. And then I'm going to turn that one. He's going to go that way round. Turn him like that. Middle mouse button, remember to do it like that. And then I'll put that one in there like that. There we go. All I need to do now is put the straps in place on each of them, like that, and that one as well. And I have my load of straw loaded up, small bales ready to go. So now we're going to go and find somewhere to deliver this lot to. The place to go and sell straw, sugar beet cut, animal dealer, biogas, they buy it. Anyway, we're not after that. Straw, right here. Animal dealer gives us 111 per 1,000 litres, I'm assuming. And I'm assuming these are per 1,000. And South Valley biomass energy is 117. South Valley energy biomass. So I want to get over to that point right there. Now, if I have a look on it, the other thing that you should note is now that I've got the straps on, it tells you what we've got on the trailer. I've got 14,700 litres of straw loaded onto my trailer. And that is something I really love. That is a beautiful little quality of life thing. It's not a massive big change, but it's a really nice little quality of life thing. So I want to drive all the way down to here, which means that I need to set destination there, and I'm going to have it set on the track over there. Blocked by an object, because I set it to go onto that track and it doesn't like it. It does struggle sometimes to go to some of these. So he's just going to sit there as you're saying he's blocked by an object. Doesn't like it at all. So we'll cancel that one. I'll cancel that job. And instead of sending it to there, I'm going to put it onto the road down here. I'm going to go set down. We zoom in a little bit as well. And I go set destination, and I'll go there like that. He still doesn't like it. Huh. Right, why doesn't he like that, I wonder? Let me move him out of the field and maybe point him up here, and we'll see if that's anything to do with it. So I want him to go here. It might be that it didn't like that particular destination. So maybe if I go there. Now he likes it. So, okay, there are some bits that they don't seem to like. If I go in here and I visit the South Biomass place. So we had the road up here. Now, there's no real reason I can think of that he wouldn't like to get onto that road there. That didn't make a huge amount of sense. We'll also go and have a look over this way. So there was something he didn't like about it. There was something about the pathfinding that he just didn't want to do. It might have been that I had it just onto the boundary right there, something like that. I don't know, but it didn't like it. He is on his way now, though, so we'll be able to... Where is he? There he is. He's off. He is on his way, so we don't need to worry about that one. Now, once that one gets down there, we can go and sell that straw, and we need to find out, we need to do something with the rest of this machinery that we've got right here. So I've got a field here that needs to be, it needs to have something done with it. We've got no fertilizer in there. We haven't got anything of anything in there. So let's have a look and see what field care is needed. I've got 2 fields now that are cultivated up and ready to go, but we haven't got anything else done with them. If you mulch the stubble, you actually gain a bonus. There's a bonus to be gained here. So we've got cultivated, ploughed, seedbed, growing with 8 different stages, ready to harvest, harvested, remove foliage, and withered. None of those matter. They do actually need ploughing as well. We'll gain a bonus if we plough these fields. So I'm going to use... I was going to say I'm going to use this John Deere. I'm not going to use this John Deere. I'm going to use this John Deere over here because the other one, this one's got a much faster road speed. So, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.